Morning. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 4, the white paper. I want to make a quick disclaimer in the very beginning. My dog is being very crazy this morning. He's really jealous of the cats. They have food and he doesn't because he's already eaten his breakfast. So I apologize if you hear him bark in the background. Just want to let you know that quickly. He's big and he makes a big roar, so don't be startled by that. Okay, let's take a look at this white paper quickly. I want to share with you, this is from week 6. This is the PDF you'll find in the area called assignments due this week or something. This is the PDF that outlines the entire paper. And if you scroll down through it, it tells you how to organize your paper. So you know you need the executive summary, introduction, an account of previous approaches, new findings, the conclusion, and references. So here is, you have a great topic here. I like the idea that you are promoting a concept or a shift in the way of accounting for these strengths. For accounting how a business can identify their needs, their strengths and their weaknesses and their needs. So that's interesting. I haven't read a paper like this so far where it's really promoting an ideology over a product. So it's really a shift in thinking versus a widget or something that they could do. So that's interesting. What I need you to, and I love how you have it organized in terms of bringing about the information, very clear roadmap of what the benefits of each of these and then how they work together. So you have a lot of information. What I need you to do is take a look at this is in week 5. See how this is oriented where it says you have to have these separate sections. When we go back into yours, I don't see these headings, and I would find it difficult to just put headings in there. Remember, the executive summary is a standalone document. It is written in a way that a very busy executive, as it says right here, could read the summary and know exactly what the paper is about without reading the rest of the paper. So I like to think of, if you've ever read a novel, you open up the inside cover and it gives you like a little bit of a synopsis of what the story is about. That's what an executive summary is. Of course, it's more formal. Of course, it's more formulaic in terms of it has components to it. But the executive summary really needs to lay out what the paper is about, and then move forward. Since you are talking about the kind of paper that is introduce a broad audience, example, hair salon women, putting a new text, promote a service. Here you are promoting a service to potential customers. What you need to do is inside of here, your executive summary needs to show, needs to have those components to show that this is what our government or businesses need to make certain to keep production costs low, as well as compete in the market. Often there are government regulations that prevent them from reaching their, full potential. Starting from a point, starting or identifying strengths, recognizing weaknesses, exploring opportunities, and heeding threats are one way businesses can maximize their potential. The integration of SWOT. Now, when you've done this, I like how you have, you're trying to organize this. The integration, what you would say is the integration of strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, comma, SWOT. When you introduce an acronym, you give the full name first, then you separate off by commas the acronym. Or so introducing a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, comma, SWOT, comma, program would allow a company to identify these areas. Additionally, what you want to do in the executive summary is give a brief, your introduction of an executive summary is a brief 3 to 5 sentences. This is what I'm promoting. The next area is, this is a discussion of what's been done in the past. This is a discussion of what can be done in the future. 2 to 3 sentences. Remember, the executive summary needs to be, I'm going to pull down here, it's a standalone document, and it is generally about 1/10 the percent of a page. So if you have a 10-page paper, your executive summary is going to be 1 page. If you have an 8-page paper, your executive summary is going to be an 1/8 of a page, or I guess 7/8 of a page. So make sure that you take that, there's that 10% rule of the length of an executive summary. So you notice the next is introduction. And so what you want to include in the introduction here is, now these definitions are going to go in your new area. Your introduction is going to be talking about the problems that businesses run into. Where are the areas that they find the most pushback, that they would need this SWOT and the QFD, or the quality function deployment. So that's where the introduction would cover that. Now you have all the information. It's just not organized in the correct places. So you would really need to kind of like cut and paste your information together. I'm just trying to share with you what you would include. Previous approaches, I didn't really see that. What I see is a huge promotion um, of this SWOT and QFD. So, what did companies used to do in the past? Like, how did they identify markets? How did they identify problems? That could be a previous approaches. I'm not sure how that happened. Then in the new findings, give a, this is how these two strategies work to benefit a company. And that's where you could, I can't really see this graphic very well. And when I view it as a page, I lose the graphic. So what you want to do, I like how you have this organized. What you want to do underneath of the new findings is, this is what SWOT and QFD approaches will do for a company. And then your conclusion would, just be a quick summary. Now, I caution you, when you're giving this is a lot of dense information, just like solid paragraph, solid paragraph. Remember that a white paper is designed to flow the reader from left to right through the information with the use of white space to help tell the story. So you want to move from here. So when I'm talking about QFD, and I have multiple elements within it, I want to bullet point them as I go down. I need to make sure I label the graphics, and the same thing under this SWOT analysis. Go ahead and, you may want to have some bullet points. It's, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis is a good place to start. It can, one bullet point, begin to identify current issue. 2, blah, blah, blah. So you may be able to do it that way. Make sure, what you want to do is break up this dense um, text. You just have this huge chunk of text that, as a reader, I need to be able to flow through that information. Here, you want to make sure that I label your graphic as well. And then as we move forward, you want to do the same with those subheadings and using bullet points to chunk your information. So 3 things I want to share with you. 1, check out the format and make sure that you organize your paper the correct way. Make sure that each of these components, which are found in each of the weeks, starting with weeks 3, make sure that each of these components are fully recognized and utilized. So that's 1. 2, break up the information inside of those components, like the new findings, so that you're chunking your information together, so that your viewer can read through, see where parts of the information correlate to other parts. It's a way of using the white space efficiently. And 3, make certain that you have the correct number of graphics and that they're labeled. I'm going to check your references real quick. Yeah, we're getting there on the references. Make sure that you follow, here we go, yeah, the correct format. And I look forward to reading your final copy.